Brain suck him.
Get in there!
Get in my belly. Dude, he knows. Can you outspace suck him? Blow him off.
Get in here!
Doing? Why are you sucking from ledge and then SDing? Zane, what are you doing?
I can still do it. Oh! Please! Dude, he's mashing. Fuck! What do I do? Partial suck!
Is he just mashing super hard? Why is he getting out of it? You are one with the suck, Zane. You got him. How did you get him the first time?
It's gotta be the reverse suck. But anything I do now is gonna kill him. I'm in a real dilemma here.
Fuck off.
Oh no!
Dude, you've gotta be kidding me.
You gonna be able to find a way?
I will.
Oh my god, every single time. Oh my god. I think first hit fair could work.
Fuck!
No! Oh no, Zane, that must be soul crushing. I'm so sorry. Not GG's, BG's.
Where's the shittiest message I have?
Your option. We both play bad.
Fuck Tiny Drip.
Okay, that's $9.
Next challenge.
Yoshi. No, you win with Yoshi. You win with Yoshi. I'm gonna tell you what moves you can use per stock.
Alright. What's the first one that I want?
Aerials only.
Aerials only.
Aerials only.
Heal?
Yeah. Like in terms of attacking.
Messed up, I jabbed. That was an accident.
Keeping it honest.
I jabbed again by accident.
Alright, you get one more accident and then you have to SD.
Alright.
What? For a pro player.
First one's not that bad.
Seems like people on unranked are not so bad, Zed.
Fuck.
Just get up attack that.
What a dodge.
What?
What a dodge.
Come on.
Wait, we have 460 viewers?
Are we?
Yeah.
Tight.
Tight. Chad, if you want to control
What's the
what
next
Zane
challenge?
does
Next
now.
challenge. Next challenge.
Okay,
What moves? Hurry!
no wave dashing.
No wave dashing. Alright.
Chad, if you wanna
Son of a bitch.
Had to recite poetry. True. Yeah. Next time you gotta recite Catullus in Latin.
Jason, thank you.
Jason, all right. What's he doing next time? You're in control.
Alright, what's the next challenge?
In the name of the good bee.
God, son of a bitch.
I
Oh,
can't
that wasn't your dog?
I can't dodge.
You can't
Uh,
talk? Wait. Oh god. No, but what?
It's for.
I'm just losing anyway.
JC and quick.
Oh wait, never mind. I'm fucking him up.
JC and
Fuck!
quick.
God
Kill.
damn it! Fucker!
How do you do it?
God damn it. Just give me an extremely trivial one. Going around some poles.
Alright, what's the next one?
You gotta keep doing down B kills.
Fuck!
Yeah. JC, get to the sub. Peter Cray, I'm so glad you think that. Exclamation point chats.
Oh.
Alright, JCN.
Ah.
Looks like you're in control of the next next game.
What?
JCN says no restrictions.
Oh,
What,
okay.
just off? Ah!
It's alright, JCN. We'll let you pick the next one. Alright, I'm gonna say. Zane, can you hear me?
What the fuck was that, Cody?
Okay, I'm gonna
I
say
got the dog.
Pikachu. I'm gonna say Pikachu, Jason. Hold on, hold on. Jason, you get to pick the restriction for the first talk. What are we
probably start up here because
Yeah, which one?
I need it! Ow, he knows I want it. Fuck.
Should we just do if he loses it on the stop, they go to the next request, if there is one, or he has to keep trying at the
oh,
request
it's
table?
Alright,
son
I'm
of a
gonna guess
bitch.
Mystic Thunder.
Okay. Pretty kinda cute.
Let's dash.
Yeah, you're getting super sniped.
I've never driven so far in my fucking life. Oh.
No, I'm gonna say you can stick to
This
each
angle.
request
Oh.
until you do it. If it misses a request, it's Alright. And then give me stomp off the top.
What the? Live this, live this, live this.
I need that $12 more than you. Tough. Hate to hear that.
I need to live this.
You need to live this.
That's not too
Alright, come
hard.
on.
What are you talking about?
Just need a little bit more cheeky percent, Zan. Zane, are you even having fun with this? Zane, you need to win this. Jets. Oh no. I've been pretty hard on him, kinda Hazel.
Please. No!
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm at the oh my god. $12 is never a good number. Zane, do you believe? Why? Because you're trying so hard. It's okay, Zane. It's okay. You almost had it. You almost had it. You almost had it.
I suck.
No, you don't.
I'm the worst.
It's okay. You're the best. You're better than him. You're better than him. You're better than him. You're better than him.
I've only won 5.
That is $13 for me though.
God damn it.
Okay.
That's not that bad.
Ice timer Snowpo only.
How do I don't know how to kill Dana.
Okay. You can figure it out.
I don't know. I'll figure it out, I guess. I'll put them on the ledge. Okay. Oh. Thanks, Bones.
Is your Soho good enough for this?
Yeah.
Yeah. What did you say? Yeah.
Die, 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 die. Why are you so laughing? Alright, that's one.
Ocean number 1 on the water VR. So stupid. It's getting like I'm getting tired. Okay, nice, dude. You're up. Good job. It's like when I said ASMR.
ASMR. Does that work? Oh. Alright.
push-ups can you do at once?
Right now, because I've done a few sets a day, I can probably do 20.
In one
25.
go?
Yeah.
Okay, 10 push-ups every time you get killed.
Yo.
Okay.
Yo.
What?
Let me see if Todd's down for right now. Did he be down? But I assume.
I say
Nice.
10 to get killed because that will get you. You'll
Yeah,
refresh
that's
will
it,
give you
that's
time.
You said you ended up in watery pillar room.
Yes, that's where I'm at right now. It's Watery
Nice.
Pillar Room.
Hell yeah.
Todd says 30
Fucking
minutes. Cool, cool.
30 minutes. Oh, okay. That's chill.
So I'll keep the pillars going.
Yeah, keep them going. Maybe I'll play some fucking WoW in the background.
Oh yeah.
Why not?
What is this? Who is that?
Are you did you go to Spokane or anything for Thanksgiving?
Not for Thanksgiving. No, I did actually last weekend. So I kind of did like an early
Oh.
Thanksgiving. Yeah, I mostly just been chilling with Naoko this weekend,
Oh, sick.
hanging. Yeah.
Yeah. I just assumed you'd be there, but
Yeah.
yeah.
No, I was thinking I was gonna reach out and be like, hey, you want to hang or something, but then like I don't know, just doing
Yeah.
other things.
I know, yeah, yeah. I'm like, what happened? I went to Todd's, hung out there for a longer night.
Mm,
Because I was there
yeah.
Thursday and then Friday. Oh, Todd and I did. So, we've been Versa climbing. I don't know if we told you about that.
Right. Yeah. The machine that was big.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
tall. Or the old
Yeah,
one,
super
whatever.
tall machine.
Yeah.
We've been. Well, we just started literally on Friday. We first did it. Is
Mm.
instead of like, we were doing like 15 minutes, like basically go as hard as you can.
Yeah.
Now we're trying like more, what's it called, like zone 2 or something, like
Eh.
where you're basically you know, not going as hard as you can, but you're doing it for like 45 minutes or an hour.
Mm.
And it is very not what I'm used to. So my I'm like really
Yeah.
sore and stuff.
Gotcha.
It's crazy.
Yeah. No, an hour is a long time to just go.
Yeah, yeah. So on Friday we did it for an hour. And felt like really good, but then we're really sore yesterday, but I did another 45 minutes yesterday, and then today I'm not doing shit.
Nice.
But,
Yeah. That's a lot.
yeah, it's Todd's reading this book, Outlive, and I need to read it too, but I think it's what it's called. But it's, yeah, basically just about increasing health span.
Mm. Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's funny. Just last night I was talking. Who were we talking to? Oh, we are talking to some of Naoko's friends. There's like, have you heard of this guy, Brian Johnson or something?
Uh-huh.
He's like some tech, I don't know, billionaire or something who's like
Yeah.
on this trek now to stay young, stay youthful.
Yeah.
But he's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I really don't know much. All I know is the thing about him, like taking his son's blood or something, like blood infusions.
Yeah. That's funny.
Great.
Your arms tired?
That looks weird as fuck.
Keep thinking I like have it solved, and then I don't.
Know which goes.
Yeah. Oh, I played through the Mario RPG remake. I can't remember if I mentioned that to you or not.
Oh, nice. Yeah, you didn't mention it. Did that like just come out?
Yeah, I actually didn't realize I played through it before it came out, because
Yeah, no, because I saw that. I saw like I think I don't know if it was your story or Sammy's, but I was like I saw that, and then like later on I saw that the game wasn't out. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, was it a demo?
no, so well, so Sammy played through the original,
Oh.
and then I played the remake, but it was I just because I have hacked switches, so I always just like torrent it or whatever.
Yeah.
But
So
I
someone like it leaked
guess
early or something.
yeah, I guess it had gotten leaked early, and I didn't know that.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh, there it is. I'll just get
Yeah.
this.
So fine.
Yeah, and I only found out because I was watching a bunch of streams of people playing it, and in the chat I
Yeah.
would just be like, oh yeah, I played it last weekend. It's liked a
People are like,
lot.
you're full of shit.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, I.
Like, well, my
didn't
uncle
know.
works in the
Yeah.
Nintendo, so I get access to these things.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really
Yeah.
funny.
Nice.
But yeah, what am I thinking? It is very much a near like 1-to-1 remake.
Yeah.
In
Yeah.
terms of
Like,
a lot of the stuff, the cutscenes and stuff. But they changed some of
yeah.
the like combat mechanics in a way that
Mm.
makes it even easier, and I think it's already a pretty easy game, but I
Oh.
think more fun.
Hmm.
Um,
Interesting. Yeah, then they had something like, fuck, I don't know. I remember I watched some video talking about it or something, and they were
mhm.
saying it's like, actually, I don't fucking remember anymore. Something about like timing a button press for like distributed damage or something like that.
Yeah, so timed hits were always a thing, but
Mhm.
if you time it perfectly, it like cleaves now. It does like a bit
Yeah,
of AoE, which that
that's funny.
obviously
That
makes some things easier, but
yeah, I'm like, I think that cleave term comes from WoW.
oh yeah.
I think so because it's like a warrior ability. Because
Yeah.
and people always say that in like raid boss guides. They like, use cleave or whatever, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's like melee AoE.
Yeah, but it's like AoE that like does reduce damage farther away from like the contact
Mm.
point, right? Usually.
Yeah, yeah.
Typically, I think that's
Let's
actually I don't
see.
even know.
You can see what Reddit says.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, this is
this-
from a post in the Elder Scrolls Online.
Oh yeah.
Or subreddit. Cleaving most games refers to AoE damage. Damage that hits multiple targets, blah blah blah. Cleaving through multiple. Using minigames on MMOs. I'm trying to find the origin.
Dude, you're getting the run back.
Yeah, it's a warrior ability from WoW.
Mm.
That's interesting. Someone's saying that even before that, so there's like the one of the hero characters in Warcraft 3, like the RGS,
Oh,
like
yeah.
had a cleaving attack passive, and it says the Pit Lord strikes with such force that he damages multiple enemies with his attack. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's like actually like a D&D thing, maybe.
I was wondering if like D&D had something that
D&D cleave.
I don't know how well like the combat of D&D was like.
Yeah. See a forum post on a D&D website. They're asking about cleave, but it sounds like they're using it in the more generic sense.
Yeah.
Master. Yeah, it very well may be a WoW thing.
Yeah. I also played through Mario Wonder. I've just been playing a lot more
Oh, yeah.
games than I feel like normal.
That Nintendo shit.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it's visually very cool. I do think it's like it is I think an easier entry into the Mario 2D side scroller style game than most.
Interesting. I mean, I feel like aren't they all pretty
I don't know.
easy intros though? I mean, like, it
It
depends what your
depends.
starting point is, but
Yeah, like Mario 2, not Mario 2, but like Lost Levels, the original Mario 2, famously extremely
that's true.
difficult.
That game's just fucked up. Yeah.
Very difficult. And I'd say even original Mario Bros is like pretty tough, like later
Okay,
levels.
yeah. I mean, that's fair. Like NES for sure. I mean, like NES
Yeah.
games have a tendency to be pretty brutal.
True, yeah. But like Mario
I just feel
3
like-
as well. Oh, that's also NES.
Yeah. Yeah,
Super Mario World, I'd also say. I'm like, it gets pretty tough towards the end. Not even towards the end, even in the middle,
tough.
doesn't it?
Yeah.
I can't remember
I mean,
right.
it's so hard to say because like I've played that game since I was like 5. and
Yeah.
I've played it so many times where I've like lost all touch
Right,
um,
yeah.
points with any normal person. But
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I guess I was just when you said that, I was immediately thinking like new Super Mario Bros. Era, like right, like Wii,
Gotcha.
or at least like Wii U or something.
Yeah. I actually don't know if I'm trying to think of what the newest 2D Mario game I've played as.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, it might be Yoshi's Island for the Super Nintendo. I'm like,
Oh,
I'm like, I did play New Super Mario Bros. On the DS, but it was like in
Yeah.
high school, and I don't remember it at all.
Yeah, I mean,
Um,
just about exactly what you'd expect.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, I remember playing New Super Mario Bros. On DS. I don't think I ever played any of the sequels. I didn't play the Wii one. I played a bit of the Wii U one, but like on Switch. Like I did end up getting that, but I've only played like maybe a
Yeah.
third of it.
Yeah. I've played the Wii one too, but I don't remember any of it. It was, ages ago.
Yeah.
But oh, and at Todd's Place, this is something I mean to play. Is a new WarioWare came out that's like
Oh yeah.
very smooth moves inspired, and I only played a tiny bit, but Todd's played more. He says it's really fun. When I played it, it's really fun. So that's
Nice.
cool. And the DLC for Mario Kart I think came out, but I haven't played it yet.
Oh yeah, the last one. I did.
Yeah.
Did see that. I haven't played it though.
Yeah, I'm hype. It's got Funky Kong.
Oh yeah, it has Diddy Kong as well.
Yeah, Diddy and Funky is
Sick.
huge. I really didn't think they would do it. So
Yeah. It's kind of one of those things though, where like if you had asked me like a week ago if Diddy Kong was in Mario Kart 8, I'd be like, probably.
yeah, yeah,
That
yeah.
sounds right.
It's Mario Kart 8. If you look at like the original roster from the Wii U, it's like insane. It's like one of the worst rosters of all time. It's like everyone's omitted, and then there are like 100 Koopalings.
Yeah, yeah.
And like
that
that's
is
it.
insane.
There's like
Yeah,
100
that is-
Koopalings, like 3 Marios and 3 Peaches.
Yeah, because
And
they had like Peach Gold Pink or
Peach
Pink
Gold-
Gold Peach.
Yeah, and Cat Peach and Tanuki Mario and
Yeah,
like,
it's insane.
and so it's like half the roster is like Koopalings, Mario, and Peach.
Yeah. That said, I do love the Koopalings just because it's like Super Mario World, which is great.
Yeah, yeah,
But yes, it also is too many.
yeah, yeah. The first time I remember them coming back post Super Mario World was Did you ever play Superstar Saga?
A little bit.
Okay.
Actually, that's a specific game, right? It's
Yeah,
just like that's one
It's
of the
the
Mario
fir-
Luigi games, right?
yeah, it's the first one.
Yeah, I don't think I played that one. I didn't play any of the Game Boy Advance ones.
Right, you played Partners in Time, right? Or
Yeah, I
did-
played like
yeah.
I don't know, probably half or something. Half,
Yeah,
2/3 of the game.
my least favorite
Yeah.
of all the Mario RPGs. Everyone talks up Thousand Year Door, and I'm like, God, I just gotta replay it, I guess, because I played it in high school, and I played 64 and Thousand Year Door Paper Marios,
Yeah.
and I remember not thinking either of them was like all that. I was
They're
like,
sick,
yeah,
yeah.
that was fun, that was fine, but people talk about Thousand Year Door like it's incredible. And I'm like, really?
Yeah.
And a lot of people like it more than Mario RPG. And I'm like, really? Mario RPG is so good. What these were they?
Just got shit taste.
I don't know.
Those
I'm
are
like I think
Those
about
are
it, and I'm like, that's one thing though. So after replaying Mario RPG and watching other people play it and stuff, is unlike a lot of RPGs. This is something a streamer I was watching, Boyd, Smash player, was saying, is that Mario RPG has like, it's like the fastest paced RPG like
Yeah.
ever. It's like there's no dead space. It is if there is like a like a transitionary space between areas, it is one in particular laughably short. You're just like, whoa, that was it. Yeah, it's very funny.
You mean like just between, I don't know, kind of like set pieces or just action sequences? Like you're just mean like there's not a whole
Yeah.
lot of just kind of
Yeah, like major events. Like I think of like in a lot of RPGs I think of like there's at least some amount of kind of wandering
Yeah.
around.
right.
In this
right.
game it feels so much
Mhm.
more direct. Not that
Yeah.
it's strictly, I mean it's, you know, fairly linear, but also there is a bunch of extra stuff,
Mhm.
but it's just so like I don't know, it just feels like you're going from like major event to major event until the game just ends. Because all the major events have happened.
Huh.
And
That's
it like
great.
concludes well and stuff. I don't know. I love Mario RPG. I think it's
Yeah.
Right.
I'll have to try it at some point.
pretty easy though. But yeah, I think the remake is better than the original just because again the combat's more fun and stuff.
Mm.
I love the original. I love the graphics. I love everything.
Yeah.
But the remake.
Actually, they have the original on the like Switch like emulation.
Oh
thing,
yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like you can play it for free. Well, I mean, you know, $20 a year,
Right.
or you
Yeah.
can pay $60 for.
I know.
upgrade
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. It's really
I just
funny.
it's like I would expect Nintendo to just withhold, you know, withhold the
Right.
original,
Yeah.
but it's
Yeah.
kind of nice. They have it.
The original also I think it's more so than like any other game that I can think of offhand.
Mhm.
I think it's like very good looking on CRT and just
Oh yeah,
awful looking
Right.
on like I don't think that's the case for all pixelated
Oh,
games, but
right.
this game in particular, I think it's partially because of the whole like isometric view and the 3D
Yeah.
models that were made into sprites and
Exactly. Yeah, I feel like Donkey Kong Country is sort of that way. Like probably not to
Yeah.
the same extent, but similar.
Right.
Like the washing out helps a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and they added a little bit of endgame content, which I haven't finished, but when I play through Mario RPG, I typically play it a particular way. I try to like I've played through it like a bunch of times.
Yeah.
So I like try to do as much of like a I guess pacifist run as I can to just
Oh.
be as under leveled as I can for all
I see.
necessary fights.
Uh-huh.
And Mario RPG is a game where like leveling up is the big stat booster.
Yeah.
So being underleveled is like a big like disadvantage.
Yep.
But the game's, you know, forgiving and easy enough to where like it's fun. It was very much like intentionally made to be a you know, like entry level RPG.
Baby RPG.
Yeah.
For babies.
I think it's still less so than like Paper Mario, I think.
Mm.
But yeah, it's
Yeah.
definitely like easier than a lot. Paper Mario's
Oh.
like keep those numbers in the single digits.
Yeah.
Maybe double digits.
Huh.
But yeah.
Yeah, a while back, this is pretty unrelated, but I bought the like Demon Souls remake on
Oh.
PS5.
Yeah.
And yeah, I was playing quite a bit of it for a little bit, and then I've kind of taken a break just because other things. But yeah, it's been kind of interesting playing it. Like, I mean, number one, like, it's just kind of interesting that you know that game came out like before even Dark Souls did, right? It's
Yeah.
like the real predecessor.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure like how much gameplay they changed for the remake. My impression that is it's pretty faithful to the original.
Yeah.
Just some minor tweaks, but because like I've played a decent bit of the original Dark Souls, or wait, now my brain is like, is that the right name? Yes. That is
Yeah,
the right
yeah.
name. So it feels honestly pretty similar to that, but I mean it's just also interesting contrasting it with Elden Ring.
Yeah.
But it's funny because it is more so kind of segmented into levels in a way. Like you have like a little hub world, and then from there you like kind of can go out to different levels, and like those other levels are like pretty expansive. Kind of like I mean maybe not quite to this extent, but what's the like Lindell or whatever, like the capital city in Elden Ring?
Oh, yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah, like an area is kind of like that in a sense, like not quite that
Right.
large, but you know, it's pretty large and interconnected. But
Yeah.
you do kind of go one place at a time, and there is some you do have some choice in like order of where you
Mm.
go, and like there are sometimes you'll progress a certain distance in one of the levels, and then you can't really keep progressing until you do part of a different one, like some like
Yeah.
interconnectedness like that. But yeah, what else? I'm like trying to think. There's some like the main mechanisms that are just like different. Oh, it's really strange. Like it does suck not being able to just like teleport
Oh
to like
yeah.
fast travel. Like that makes
Yeah.
such a difference in terms of
Yeah.
just like stress levels of like
Pace. Oh
where
yeah,
you're gonna
that too.
lose shit.
Yeah.
Um,
Is
like
it?
there are items that allow you to do that, but they're obviously in limited supply.
Yeah.
That's quite different.
Is it? Let's see. Is it fairly punishing? How punishing is it relative to Elden Ring in terms of
Yeah, that's a good question.
terms
I'd
of
say,
dying?
huh? I'd say pretty similar, honestly. Maybe probably a bit more punishing.
Mm.
I think because also like it's hard to say because now I have like the Elden Ring experience, like I'm a little more
Yeah.
used to the combat, so I kind of have that as
Yeah.
a baseline to help me.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no jumping though, so there's no jump
Oh,
attack, which was like
interesting.
my fucking go-to in Elden Ring all
That
the
was my
time.
go-to in Elden Ring too. I think it was
Yeah,
OP. I think the
yeah,
jump
it was
attack was
OP.
too strong.
Yeah. Oh, and also like there's no what is it like guard counter or whatever, so like you can parry, but parrying is much
Mm,
more risky, right? Because like
gotcha. Yeah.
you can get fucked if you don't do it at just the right time.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know, but I haven't played a ton of it yet. That's
Yeah.
kind of interesting. Oh, but there definitely are so many. It's the usual shit where there's just like mechanics that are just not at all explained. You're like, how the fuck would I know this?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
sort of thing.
Yeah, they love that.
Yeah, that's so funny.
I've been dying to play Sekiro again. I'm like,
Oh yeah,
I think Sekiro might be
the best.
it might be, and it's interesting because it's the most different of all of them.
Yeah. And remind me, you played that before Elden Ring?
After,
Oh,
but I
after.
watched somebody play it before.
Okay.
Because I had
It's
like,
not,
oh, go ahead.
it's not like the combat like kind of rhythmic in a way. I seem to remember hearing that. It's kind of like very
I
rhythm focused in terms of like learning counters. I don't know.
I could
Can't
see
remember
it
the right
described as that. Yeah, it's like
word.
parrying is like
Yeah.
everything. I think like something I like about it is that there's actually like a lot less diversity of ways to do the combat. There's still
Mm,
quite a bit. Like,
yeah.
the way I watched like Todd and because
Yeah.
after I beat a boss, I'd watch Todd do it, and it's like he just had different
Right.
answers to the same moves that the boss would do, and it's like that's really cool. But it's different in that like, whether you dodge to a certain angle or parry at a certain timing or some combination of them if it's like a multi-hit move.
Yeah.
It's not like this is also designed so if you played a ranged character, you can,
Yeah.
like and I think consequently the bosses are like extremely well designed.
Right. Yeah. The like restriction of possibilities lets them tune it better to
Yeah,
what's
exactly.
allowed. Yeah. What's possible.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Honestly, like I feel that like more and more. I think with games, like I guess it's like there's different. What am I saying? Like I do tend to like more focused. Like there's really only. I wouldn't want to say one way to play because that's like too restrictive, but like games I feel like so many games are so concerned with giving you so much choice, and I'm like, I don't really want that much choice. Like I want
Right.
something that's like finely tuned and crafted to be like, hey, like you have a limited set of possibilities here, like what can you do with it and like how can you overcome. But I guess some people do get joy in the kind of like, I don't know, build crafting and stuff, which I'm just not as into.
Yeah. Yeah, like I definitely do. Like I get the appeal of some of that sometimes. But yeah,
Because I guess like on the other end, something that's like I mean, in some ways, I'm sure is more like Sekiro, but like games like what do you even fucking call them? I guess like beat 'em ups, like Devil May Cry or like Ninja Gaiden.
Yeah.
I don't. Have you ever played any of those games, or like even
I
anything in that kind of genre?
Oh man, I feel like I really haven't kinda.
Mm,
Beat 'em ups in general. I've played some like old school ones like
yeah.
Altered Beast but like, these are games that have 4 levels total.
Right. Right.
uh they're not really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because those ones are really fun because it's like usually there's only one character, or maybe a few characters, and or like with Devil May Cry, for example, at least Devil May Cry 4, it's like you basically one character, but you have like 4 weapons you can swap between, or things like that. So,
Yeah.
and same with Ninja Gaiden, it's like you just the only difference is which weapon you choose, and you can freely swap between them.
Yeah.
And it's not like, oh, you're finding weapons all the time. It's like you find 6 weapons over the course of the game, right? And everyone
Yeah.
finds them. So
Right.
it's like you have different options, but it's more finely tuned, and it's very much combo based as well, more like a fighter, right? Like a
Yeah.
that sort of thing. Like you kind of have a move set. I don't know. Yeah, it's just like a very interesting kind of in between of something like Dark Souls, and I imagine like Sekiro, and then also like, well, what am I thinking on the other end of the spectrum? I guess just something that's purely like, well, I don't know. Yeah, it's just like a little more action oriented, right, and a little more
Mhm.
kind of execution based, right?
Yeah. 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 Which I definitely like the. I definitely plan on playing fucking Pogo Stuck. That's the epitome of
I don't know
entirely.
that.
No, that's the one
Oh,
Todd, like when he broke his collarbone, he like it's like the game that got Todd back into gaming.
Gotcha.
He's like he
Yeah.
pre and post Pogo Stuck is like whether or not gaming is like a more of a passive hobby or like a major
Mm.
hobby for him.
Eh.
And Pogo Stuck is like what did it.
Thing, yeah.
It is just an extremely hard Faudian game. Yeah. Which, I mean, I played Getting Over It. I liked Getting Over It a lot, but Pogo Stuck's quite a bit harder, actually. And the mechanic is quite a bit better. It's, like, more fun. Yeah. And I've been on this one fucking pillar for so long.
Yeah, I was gonna ask how those pillars going.
Dude, I'm on, in one row, I'm on the last pillar, and in the other row, I'm on the second to last pillar. So I'm working on that second to last one.
Okay.
I'm like, damn.
Yeah, well, I'm glad you've gotten so far. Do you remember which, like, do you know if you did all of the lasers?
I don't think so. I think I
Okay.
only did as many as it took
You
me to
did-
get in. God, it's crazy. The last one I did was one that was like so straightforward. It was just like a shadow one. And I just like I remember finding this area and just being like, I don't get it. And then
That's
I
one
left.
that like overlooks that kind of quarry. It's like mostly
Yeah.
tree shadows.
Yeah.
I love
Yeah.
that area. It's like just nice and like chill.
Yeah. I just like I first ran into it and I'm like, okay, I don't know what.
Yeah.
I found another puzzle somewhere near like a pyramid sort of thing. And like I just cuz it didn't have that many like possible routes, so I just exhausted all of them and none worked and I'm like, okay, I don't get it. And then I left.
Is that like the hexagonal
Yeah.
shaped ones? Oh,
Yeah.
I love that area.
I exhausted all options. I don't know what else I could do. I did everything. And like you must have to do something external to the puzzle or I fucked up, but
yeah, that one I think, if I remember correctly, like I definitely know like the theme of the area. I'm trying to remember what the first puzzle you encounter is like, but yeah, I think it's like it's both part of the puzzle and also external, but like it's definitely the sort of thing where it's not like you have to go searching around or anything. Like it's all like kind of in a similar way with like the apple tree ones, you know, like it's there, it's just not necessarily right there.
Right, yeah.
I do actually like that area quite a bit.
Holy shit, I just solved this fucking pillar. I've been working on this for so long.
Yeah, dude, some of those pillar ones are brutal.
Yeah. Alright, I'm the last one for each row, so I'll try this new one.
Yeah.
Son of a bitch. So many dots.
Okay, that's $70. I'm holding you to this thing, and you don't get to be like, I'm not sending you it. Okay. You don't want to do any sort of singing or beatboxing?
Son of a bitch.
In what conditions is that fun?
Oh, I got it. Okay, so that one wasn't that bad. So I just have one more. That's
Nice.
fucking
Yeah,
symmetry.
wait, how many pillars are there to do? It's like
Uh,
4?
4 on each side, so 8.
Oh, 4 each side. Damn.
Yeah. It's interesting. Like I feel like I'm pretty good at the game or the way of thinking about the game, but I'll
Uh-huh.
miss one thing that will lose me
Fuck you up.
literally hours.
Yeah.
And and to me, like, I mean, yeah, I'll you know, I'll give a more thorough
Do the
thinking
whole
about it once
postmortem.
I'm finished. Yeah, but to me, the thing that frustrates me most, I think, is like when like the other thing. So I mentioned that like the last area I found was like the shadow one, or one of the last ones that I refound because I had found it earlier
Yeah.
and didn't really get it. But it's while I was looking for it, I found an area that did nothing. It was just a bunch of basic puzzles to teach you simple mechanics, and I'm like, hey, that would have been sick if I had run into this at the beginning of the game.
The one with like the blue panels for
I
like
think
the
so.
black and white squares.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, yeah, that's rough that you totally missed that.
I completely missed it, and I'm like, it's some of the way this game decides not to show you how to do stuff is annoying. I
Sure.
felt like I'm
Sure.
like, yeah, and I feel like I especially chose a terrible. I mean, you know, not by
Yeah.
decision making, but yeah, my pathing is like, you know, extremely not optimal.
Gotcha, yeah.
It's extremely like you're just like super screwed.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, there's definitely, especially in that opening sequence, it's like, yeah, there are things that they set up there where it's like supposed to kind of teach you some things in a certain way. But yeah, it's like if you just happen to stray off of that path, it can confuse you. I mean, like that's what happened to me like in Elden Ring, remember? Like I totally missed like the first
oh yeah.
the first like site of grace.
Yeah.
And like didn't get introduced to like how to do crafting and stuff. Like
oh yeah.
I didn't get the crafting kit until like 20 hours into the game or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, and I had plenty of that in Elden Ring too. Somehow to
Right.
me like I don't know, Elden Ring is like it feels appropriate. It feels like this game is supposed to just say fuck you, and that's like what it is. This game like it doesn't feel like it doesn't feel like that's what I want it to be doing, if that is what it's supposed to be doing. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'd say my feeling is never that it's like trying to be like a fuck you, but it also definitely is like we want you to figure everything out, right? Like it is very like you have to be invested in the process of
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, very much. And there's a lot of like I mean again, I don't know if this is like but yeah, figuring out or like I mean yeah, then there was the other one too where it like shows you that it's like to me it feels like there's an issue with the level design because there was that blue one near the beginning and also that one in it's the area where it's like there's a bunch of water and you have like a moving bridge sort of thing you can move but
oh yeah
it was
that mostly has like the little tetramino like
yeah
Tetris piece things,
like yeah months ago I was messaging you about it because I like just couldn't figure it out. And it ultimately was like there was just like there were more panels on the backside of panels that I had done that just show you how to do stuff, and I'm like,
Yeah, you just missed them.
I just missed them, and it was really, it was just, I don't know.
Yeah, I wonder like if they could have. Yeah, because I think most of the teaching panels they just make non-required, like they're just optional, which it does kind of seem like a mistake.
Yeah,
Or were those ones required and you just kind of missed them?
no, they were optional. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah, it feels like there's a lot. It's, if it was optional, but it was more obvious where they are.
Yeah.
So that it's not so easy to
Sure.
just go past them the way
Gotcha,
that I
yeah.
did so many times.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then even 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 when I like knew all the rules,
Mhm.
some of the times some of the puzzles would just be like, I feel like difficult enough where I kind of am like stabbing in the dark to get ideas.
Gotcha.
Or like some puzzles are like just like, let's just like obscure your ability to do it. Let's just like
Yeah,
break off part of it, or like fucking, it's like okay, so the yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean it's interesting. Like at the end of the day, it's certainly just a matter of like taste and opinion. But I think like there are very few instances where I felt like what it did wasn't fair, or like there wasn't a way to actually, like it was to me pretty much all the cases that felt like, oh, there's a way I could have figured this out,
Yeah.
But yeah, sometimes it does require you like thinking the way that the developer is thinking.
Yeah.
But I think so maybe part of it's just that I just happen to, the way I think happens to be pretty well aligned with the fucking
Uh-huh.
people that made the puzzles.
Yeah.
But right, like I didn't think, with a few exceptions, I didn't feel like there were any like crazy logical leaps, or anything like that.
Yeah. I mean, to me, the audio one to me was totally fucked.
Yeah,
I feel like
that one's
layering different audio on top of each other and making you, like, expecting you to discern that, like, you're supposed to be listening to a different one now is... That
But
would
it's like
to me...
process of elimination though is the thing. It's like if you listen to the different ones, you can say, okay, what could possibly match up with this, And I get that it's just like a skill that probably, it was just overestimated that like most people would be able to do that, right? Like it's just expecting too much from people.
Yeah.
Like based on both, the duration and the pitch of the sounds, like you can figure out which of the which of the noises it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I agree. It's kind of like, I mean, another complaint people had is like the areas. I don't know if you did like the color area with flowers and stuff, but like, if you're colorblind,
Oh,
you're just
yeah.
not gonna be able to do it, right?
Right, yeah.
Or same thing, like if you're playing the game like with muted or something, or you're just deaf, like you're
Yeah.
not gonna be able to do the fucking
Right, yeah.
which one.
I don't mind that aspect.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
felt like, for me, it felt like I don't know, like it could have been like tested more. Like not enough consideration was taken into account for plausible rules that somebody could be making that are just wrong. And I felt like I was many times running into like, okay, maybe this is the rule, and then it works for a puzzle or two, and then it doesn't. And then I'm like, I don't get it anymore.
That's interesting. Yeah. See, I didn't run into that. I mean, I think that is part of why the like example or kind of the like tutorial panels exist, right? The ones that are basically there to just let you play around with them to test your hypotheses.
Yeah,
right?
and this could be a product of me, by chance missing those.
Sure. Yeah.
Because I was like trying to figure out puzzles with just pretty advanced puzzles.
Yeah.
Or figure out rules with
like
puzzles.
did you do many of the puzzles like in the town, kind of central town area?
I tried for a bit, but and I did some of it. But yeah, some of it is like that's another thing, and like I don't know. I don't know what you could do about this. I mean, this is just kind of fundamental to like if you want the game to be as, but like, you know, I stopped playing the game for a few months because
Yeah,
because of
yeah.
the audio puzzle.
Yeah,
But then coming back and just being like, oh yeah, I just need to like remember all these rules, and I don't have tutorials to remind me.
Yeah, no,
It's
that's
like
rough.
puzzles that have things flash red. That's great, but the ones that don't are like.
Yeah, I see.
What are these rules again?
Right, right.
And it's not like the shapes are really all that. Like a
they're very
star means
abstract.
you have to pair it with something. It's like
Yeah.
okay, uh, yeah,
Yeah, taking a break would be difficult.
yeah, that definitely.
Remembering shit.
I think it's tricky, but overall.
But yeah, I'm still just excited when you're done. You can watch. I can send you the YouTube videos I want you to watch.
Oh yeah.
Like I
Wait,
said,
wait.
that's like to me for some reason that's just like half of my enjoyment of it. It was just because I mean I did tell you like when I originally played the game, like I really
Uh-huh.
did go back and forth. Like there were times where I was just like, this game sucks. I hate this. And then there were other times like, this is great. I just
Yeah.
kind of waffled, you know.
Yeah. That's I'm like I'm trying to find out where I land on that because that
Yeah.
it's good that you also had that experience because I definitely
Yeah.
I'm like yeah, there are just times where I'm like I am stuck and really just feel like I don't know any
Yeah.
idea of what to do.
Mhm.
Um,
Yeah, and also it's been like I mean it was like 2017 when I first played the game, so it's like my original memories are close to lost at this point.
mhm. Yeah, that is a while ago.
Yeah.
That's why I try to record myself playing. Like,
Uh-huh.
I like the idea that I could go back and
Yeah, that's great.
be sure of.
Revisit.
I've done it for particularly like my Street Fighter gameplay. I'm like, whoa, it's so crazy seeing the way that I was playing the game, like, you know, when I first started.
Yeah.
Because I just, you know, I understood so little.
Right.
And like, yeah.
Hmm.
Like being able to do that. YouTube's very good for that because they let you have fucking infinite free storage.
Yeah, that's
Where
pretty
the
crazy.
fuck is Todd? This is crazy. Sent him a message being like, where you at? I'm gonna call him.
All right.
Because he said. Fucking said.
Oh,
Hey.
Whoa, I was
Buddy.
just about to call you.
don't do it. You don't have to do that.
Perfect. Gonna play some game.
It's game time.
Game time.
I might deathmatch for like a minute or two, but then
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
I'll get some
I'm in.
DM going.
what up, Teddy? Did you go out to Spokane?
No, I've been here this weekend. I went to Spokane last weekend though, so
Oh, okay.
got
okay.
it done early. Yeah.
As Lay of the K-Way, I would say.
Get her done.
Get her done.
I sure
Oh my
did.
god, I put the volume all the way up and it's so loud.
Oh.
0 point.